Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today, bringing you guys and gals Toriko. La la, don't mess with Jiro. Oh my goodness. Chapter 364 and 65 review. As always, the annotation will be over here in this corner for the live reactions, as well as links in the box below. Bruh. Oh boy. Bruh. Jiro is a fucking freak. Oh my goodness. The rampaging beast is beastly. Setsuno was impressive. Setsuno caught me off guard like OD, bro. I did not see Setsuno fucking... Yeah, Jiro, as long as I won't die, you don't have to worry about going all out. Oh my goddamn woman. Just Granny's on point. And know how when Jiro, he unleashed 100% of his power, he regressed in age. Like, oh, that's crazy. Like, oh my goodness, man. Oh my god. Now, before we can continue with the epicness that is the rampaging beast Jiro at 100% power, we must first go back to our nigga Don Slime. He bit the big one, and that was Neo. And Neo, he shocked us all by consuming a small star. Now, according to both Batoto and Viz, this is the official translation. According to these translations, this small star would have wiped out the entire planet. Like, it would have actually eviscerated, completely disintegrate the entire planet in like a flash. Alright? All life, the planet itself would have been gone. So it's not a life wiper attack. It's a disintegration large planet attack that Neo just consumed like it was nothing. Bro. Insane. Insane. Now, on a previous translation, I forgot what chapter it was, but it was the chapter where Don Slime was talking about how he could duplicate entire worlds and shit. Well, there was a difference between the Batoto and the Viz translation, where in this case, the Batoto translation was correct, where they said that Don Slime in his prime could duplicate small stars, where which on the Viz translation, it was more or less he could duplicate entire worlds, like large planets. So, because we see that Don Slime, while he's using Asuruti's body, is able to duplicate a small star, we know that if he was in Ichiri's body, it would be much, much, much bigger. Don Slime would be able to wipe out light years in radius if he was in Ichiri's body. So, from my understanding, when it comes to the Viz translations, even though they are the official translation, they're still translating the material the day of. So the scans, they come out on Wednesday, but the official release of the chapter is on Monday in Japan. They translate the official chapter release on the same day. So even though Viz Media is, and I think it should be considered the prima source of translation, because it's still a day one translation, when it comes to scanlations and the official translation, both can have issues, both can have faults. Again, the fact that Batoto was right when it came to the star point of the duplication, and Viz was wrong because they kept it to a planet. And at the end of the day, it is the volumes that I think are going to be the best translated, because the volumes, they come out much later down the line, and you have more time to get an accurate translation. That's my assumption. So just letting you guys know, if you don't know, now you know. Even though it's Viz and it's official, it is still a day of release translation. So it's done fairly quickly. And Viz is doing a bunch of series at once as well. So the fact of the matter here is that some things, even in the official translation, Viz translation, some things can be mistranslated. Now, moving on from all the translation stuff. Number one, we got the pacing. Overall, it was well paced. It was basically the final attack failing. Then we go on into a flashback that's very, very important because it pertains to Neo and Neo's origins. And Neo's origins have become a major, major component of the story now. A huge component. And then finally, it wraps up with Pear coming in there, Don Slime being eaten by Neo, Neo enjoying himself, like, fucking Neo, goddammit. Pear letting Acacia, not Neo, well, both, but Acacia specifically, letting him know, God's on the way, it's coming. But we got a problem, and that problem's in the form of a rampaging beast, your disciple, okay? So, absolutely. So that is going to be good. So, going on to characterization. Number one is going to be Don Slime, where Don Slime, he unfortunately gives way to the fear. Now, the next thing for characterization is going to be Ichiryu. And Ichiryu, his characterization is actually very, very fascinating, because when he talks about the universe, and how the energy in the universe is fixed, and how this correlates to appetite, where which appetite itself exists in time zero. Therefore, it is the driving factor for evolution, it is the driving factor for our genetic makeup, and so on and so forth. And how they continue to evolve even when they're in time zero, even when they're dead. And this, I think, goes along with the fact that gourmet cells, given the law of conservation of energy, they themselves can never truly die, with the exception of Neo, who can consume you out of existence. So the fact of the matter here is that for folks like Ichiryu, it looks like you can continue to evolve even when you're dead, because the energy that makes you up continues to exist. And therefore, because the energy continues to exist, appetite itself also continues to exist. And then on top of that, you have him talk about how the energy that comprises their universe, the red universe, including the, I suppose, the red universe version of time zero, that energy came from somewhere else. Ichiryu is looking at this giant pus mass in time zero that is clearly tied to Neo in some way, shape, or form, and he says it is not from their world. And when they say world, equate that with universe. So it is not from their verse, and it came from elsewhere. So we can assume that when it comes to the energy component, the energy of the red universe probably came from another universe as well. It is, I suppose, this grand evolution scale that is not just based on one universe. It is multiversal. And it's not just that as well. It is also the pseudo dimensions in these universes, like time zero. That's crazy, man. It is this huge concept of energy, evolution, appetite that permeates through all the universes that reside within Toriko. At this point in time, there's probably 3. But also, we gotta say this. He says how this is probably what Acacia was seeking. This is probably what Acacia was searching for. So we know that Froze had a chance to come back to life, but she chose not to because of what Acacia was doing. And what Acacia is doing ties to the beyond, if you would. Remember how there was the whole thing of the beyond? Well, the beyond aspect definitely correlates with beyond their universe. We always thought that it was like somewhere in space in their universe. No. You see, we were thinking too small. Mitsutoshi, he was going much, much bigger, alright? We were thinking somewhere in their universe. But in reality, it's probably another universe entirely. Probably the green universe. Now, the reason why I say green is because a lot of folks, I remember seeing this on, I think it was Brian like Hudges or something like that. Either way, there's a guy on Twitter named Brian H, who I talk to on occasion. He was saying pretty much that because Neo has a green like tint to him, the cell color of Neo is probably green. Now, I mean, it could be wrong, but I see a lot of folks going about this, and I'm kind of like, you know what? There's probably a chance that it is the green universe. And if it was the case where the green universe is where all this originates from, like, okay, call me crazy, but possibly the green universe, the original universe, evolved into a multiverse of blue and red. Now, I mean, like, again, you have to wonder why Ichiryu is saying the energy that comprises their universe, even though it's fixed, it came from somewhere or something else. Now, if that's the case, then the demon inside Toriko would be like an original inhabitant of the green universe. It's just a freak. So the thumbnail that you see, the reason why he shaded green is because that whole notion of the green universe is now, I see it everywhere when it comes to Toriko fandom. Moving on from there, we have finally the story progression. And the biggest thing here, obviously, is Don Slime losing. He's defeated. And you have Pear basically tell Acacia to go and take care of Jiro. But here is also what I gotta say. He may not be dead. And his saving grace may actually have been Pear. Here's the thing, and I got this from One Piece XX Toriko. Pear, he appears behind Don Slime. And after that point in time, he starts to scream, Don Slime. And that's when Neo starts to go all ape shit like, yeah, and he consumes his ass hardcore. Well, Pear then appears adjacent to Don Slime and Acacia. And when he tells Acacia, I was worried, but apparently that was all for naught, you see Acacia's face emerge. He says, you better hurry up because I'm getting hungry. Where's God? Where's that? And you see a particular panel of Pear. He's hiding something in his left hand, and there is an indication light over that area of his body. So he's clearly hiding something. So if he appeared behind Don Slime, he may have taken a piece of Don Slime and is now keeping that away from Acacia. And the reason why is because at the end of the day, the Blue Nitro goal is to destroy Neo Demon. And the only way they can actually destroy Neo is if Neo is returned to 100% power via consuming God in all full course. So that being said, Don Slime is an asset of power that they can use against Neo. So keep the dude alive. Take a piece of Don Slime and keep his ass on the side, and so he can recover and regain his power. Don Slime, I mean, granted, we don't know just yet because Pear is off doing, Pear shit. But there is a possibility that Don Slime is alive, which to me, I think would be pretty crazy. That would be insane. So that being said, chapter 364, I'm going to say it was a great plus to amazing. It was a great plus to amazing. That is an 8.5 to 9 out of 10. Now, moving on to the next chapter, chapter 365, the Rampaging Beast, the Rampaging Demon. He's a fucking demon. He's a goddamn monster of epic proportion. This chapter was far simpler, but oh my god, did it get my panties moist. Holy fucking shit. Oh man. Woo! Jiro. Okay, first of all, let's talk about story progression. Jiro is at 100%. At 100% power. And we find out that Setsuno is protecting the entire human world, an area that is much bigger than our planet, Earth. And on top of that, the Blue Nitro have the can. Now, on Manga Stream, it was the can opener. On Batoto, they say, use the can. That's it. And on the official Viz translation, they say, we're going to use the canned good. Some canned corn. Hey. So what's in the can? What's in the can? We're not too sure. But we do know that Gigi said that there was a can that went missing or whatnot. And this can contained a demon of some kind. So they have some type of demon that came from where? Blue universe? Green universe? Who knows? We're going to find out because it's going to be used against Jiro. But Jiro, he is limbered. He's ready to go. He's at 100%. And also for the story progression, we do find out that he, in fact, was under the care of Wolf King Guinness when he was young. Clearly. Now, getting on the characterization on that part, he was under the care of Wolf King Guinness. And apparently, he was being fed Nitro and gourmet demons, or demons with 100% gourmet cells. That's crazy. Alright? And according to, according to Manga Stream, they were called dark cells. So he was on some brother status, alright? That's why his skin was glistening, just blackness. Yeah, that's right. That's number one. But number two, on Batoto, they're called strong cells. And on the Viz translation, they're called solid cells. So regardless, his cells have been souped up because he's been consuming red nitro meat. Red nitro meat and demons of 100% gourmet cells. Now, you have to wonder, why was it that Guinness, A, was going out killing red nitro, and B, feeding these red nitro to a human child, Jiro? Why? The same thing goes for the gourmet demons, or these demons that have 100% gourmet cells. Why was Guinness doing that? Guinness may have been aware of something that Jiro had innately. That's the reason why he didn't kill him off when he was a kid, and he actually fed him, actually raised him as one of his own. Possibly. Just the eyes, man. Just the eyes. They bleed the intensity. Like, you're like, dude, this guy, how many women, how many things has he raped in the past 80 years? Like, oh no, Jiro, yeah. A monster of gargantuan proportions. That's Jiro. Now, I will say, for characterization, a little bit for News here, because News, he has the mantle shot, a very powerful attack, a good attack. You get to see another do a flying knee. The other Nitro, that he had like an arm lock, do a flying knee as well. So that was interesting, attack-wise. Then you have Setsuno. Again, Setsuno, huge X Factor, came out of nowhere. I got the planet on lock. I got the human world on lock. Don't worry about it. I never thought that she had that much power in her. I was wrong, man. Woo! I was wrong. Holy fuck, Setsuno. I mean, not only is the area way bigger than planet Earth, but also it has enough strength to actually deflect Jiro's Guinness punch, which he himself can't fully control. So when he fires off the Guinness punch, it just goes off somewhere. And the fact that this dude was confident enough in Setsuno to fire off said attacks, very impressive on Setsuno's part. Setsuno just stunned me in every way, shape, and form. Wow, man. Setsuno. There are very few elderly women in manga that are up to the status of Setsuno, alright? Like Genkai. I mean, I would put Biscuit in there, but Biscuit, she's not really... Well, she's old, but she's not like that far gone. But she's just fucking, like, rippling. Oh, god damn. Yeah. That's, man. That's a Ronnie Coleman status, man. And that's really it, because that chapter was much simpler, but it was just insane. It was just crazy. Now, I have to wonder, what, and you know what? I mean, listen, honestly, okay, well, the chapter rating in that chapter, I thought, was also a great plus to an amazing. Jiro, he's in now. He's in full force, and jaws are dropping. Stunned. Now, they're in Area 1. What the fuck is the Dragon King doing? Is he sleeping? Like, I don't get this dude. Like, every 8 King has done something except for him. He's not doing anything. Like, bro. Oh my god. Dragon King. Darius. Like, where are you at right now, dog? Okay? Like, this guy, I would say that he's getting hype. But he's kind of not. The only hype that he has is the fact that we haven't seen shit from him. There has been a lot of shit that has been going down in Area 1, Area 2, across the entire planet. You would think, okay, so all this chaos that's going on. Don Slime, Neo Demon, Jiro, Blue Nitro, potentially Bambina, Heracles. You would think that the Dragon King, the fact that Guinness attacked Toriko and Starjan, God is coming down soon. Where the fuck is the Dragon King? What is he doing? Just... Huh? What? Like, bro, come on, man. Come on, wake his ass up. Let's go. Do something. He is one of the last few powers that hasn't done a goddamn thing. I'm done. King of Lightning, rate the video, comment, subscribe. Peace. Have a nice goddamn day.